Well. It looks like we're back again. I'm going to load up my screen so I can see what I'm trying to see at. I think it is there. Yes, it is there. And so yeah, we are back on phase one, you guys. The first video was pretty much just an overview to kind of get you all situated, settled in. Now we are on phase one, the wake up call, meeting them where they're at. And first one, we got 3 bullets we're gonna go through, and I also have some other bullet points on the side that I've kind of like to kind of keep in a parallel fashion with some of these bullets. But first one, the illusion of the system. The second one, what is value? And the third, why, or this one would probably be how society keeps you asleep. But yeah. So with the first one, man, I'm just gonna start off by asking like, what's the cost production value of a penny? How much does it cost to make a penny? And I mean like if we're doing a legitimate penny, full copper, I believe it is. That, that that's a penny. I think nowadays we do copper and zinc or something like that, but like all the way through copper. Do you guys know what the price of copper is? Let's go. Let's go double check and make sure I'm not being a dummy here. Penny are made of copper. Right? In the past, pennies were made 100% of copper, even steel, but pennies made in 1982 and later are copper plated zinc. So I'm not done. So we will go to actually we'll just do it right here. So that's what it says, and do the price for copper. Can you guess what that is? Some of you out there might know, but for those of you that do not, the price of copper is $4.56. Hmm. Hmm. That's not to include the actual labor that's being put in there by the guys that are working machinery. Like if we were just to go purely based off of what a penny is supposed to be from what it was, just a straight up one copper coin, that is expensive. Why are we continuing to work with that? Now, mind you, they have shifted from, as they said, and Google said in like the 70s or something like that, from purely copper to copper covered zinc coins, essentially. But this should just beg the question. At the start of the system, it was thought to believe that maybe they would never get to a point that they would have to start copper plating their zinc coins to represent the same thing. I'll say that again in a different way. Way back when, they probably had the presumption that the system was golden. It would never need fixing. But here we are in the 70s, 80s, and we gotta change, going from 100% now to copper plated zinc coins. I don't know. Something's up. But yeah. Um, yeah. So just food for thought is what I can say for that, because I do touch on this point at least a little bit later in the series. I think I got to double check myself, but do believe I rehashed this a little bit later. But continuing on, um, that was pretty much my gist for like the first bullet point, the illusion of the system. The next bullet point we're gonna look at too is what is value? What is actual value? What is legitimate value? Subjective versus objective value. What is worth it? What is actually worth it? Essentially, because I feel, going back to the start of the video series, that overview, the infinite dream, that's that system fed lie. And the illusion of the system, the dream, it's a bubble. That's what they keep saying. Like, you hear economists talking about it, and it makes sense. It makes sense, but like, sorry, I'm digressing. I gotta get back on track. What I'm trying to get at is, we've been focused on the wrong things, giving our time and energy to the wrong ones, to where by the time that we do actually have time for the right ones, we don't have time ourselves left. We don't have that much time left, which is just atrocious. Like, you gotta be pooping me. Are you serious? Why? And maybe that's just because of where I'm at in my life. Some people have things that I don't have. But, like, and that'll probably be another thing that I guess touched to into in like the second video. But what I'm trying to say is, the collective focus is in the wrong spot. Sitting here either caught up in it's just a distraction, really. More money, more security, some sort of status, social media and stuff like that. Like, it's just another level of a distraction. Now, albeit I can understand, because this is what I'm doing right now. I'm using social media platform YouTube to what is it? Not as a distraction, but as a tool to create a set of followers that truly believe in what I'm preaching here, that I'm trying to convey. Not like preaching, but like, this is just like conviction, soul conviction. And so, with a lot of people stuck in that infinite dream, are they really living a life of their truth, or is it just a lie of someone that gave that to them? Like, if you really knew that there was more outside of the system, money, status, those distractions, right? There was more outside of it. Would you not see it in a logical manner that you would just be limiting yourself to only those opportunities that the system has to offer, those distractions? So you're essentially continuing to give more and more of your time to the ones that are just eating it up. And they're like vampires, man. They'll suck it up. You want to keep giving them the time? Sure, man. And by time, I mean like the time that you could be spending with, again, the ones that really matter, the things that truly matter, family and things along those lines. Just to kind of spill it out for you, because that's where a lot of people would like to spend. At least I know quite a bit of dads out there, and even there's some moms too that are working, that would very much love to be with their children instead of busting their butt, and then looking at where their week went come by Friday, and then Saturday to Sunday. It's really 2 days that you have with your children. And even still, I highly doubt most of parents are spending time with their children because they're so burnt out with work. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is like, these jobs got us all done. I mean, some people are getting paid well, sure. Others aren't getting paid as much. But let me go back to what I was saying before. How much does it cost to make a penny? At some point, you have to recognize there will be a law of diminishing returns. We have a limited set of planetary space, terrestrial space, that we can work off of. Right? Prove me wrong, but last time I checked, the world is only so big. Sure, it is big, give you that, but we've been alive for thousands of years, you guys. And you can see the marks that we're leaving on the earth, the scars. I'm just saying, you call me whatever you will. Sure, I'll wear the mask as you need me to be, but I'm just calling it for what it is. And so the focus is not on the right spot. Everybody's in the wrong area. They're working to survive, to maintain the infinite dream, the lie. Don't really sound like you're living to me. So I kind of went back to the first one, but I'm continuing on with second, with the subjective versus objective value. What is really worth it? It's just, is all that time and effort into a career really, really worth it? When, let's be honest, we have a lot of these kids out here acting like fools, Boo Boo the Clown, as some people call him. When you know good and well that child would do so much better if they had just a little bit more parenting in their life. So, and I mean, it's just tough. I would like to really point out, like, these distractions have us caught. And speaking of distractions, because I said it earlier, because I'm looking at point 3 now, why society, like I said, this one should just read how society keeps you asleep. But it says media distractions and suppression of deep thinking, fear and comfort, which is interesting. My brother ended up writing a book which mentions how comfort is a form of complacency, can be used to like to keep you complacent. Oh, I'm good, I don't need to do more. Oh, you don't need to do more. You think you're good. And if this system were to just randomly collapse, and I'm not saying that I want that to happen or anything. I think that we can evolve as a collective species and fix things where they need to be fixed, like truly with true genuine intention. You can definitely shape the things around you. And this is what people had talked about, like the esoteric type of conversations, like you are what you think kind of concept. And you have to be careful with that, because some people will take that way beyond what they should. But if you're always in a form of comfort, do you not feel at some point you've been comfortable for a little too long? Like, I think there are people out there that have been like, this is why you get fearful. Those securities that I mentioned earlier. You want more securities. Things have been going well for me. I don't want anything to mess up anymore. I mean, I don't want to use them, but look at what happened with over in California. God, please be with every one of them out there. Like, I know it's been ridiculous, but you guys see what had happened. People think they're secure, and out of nowhere, a fire just takes it all down. Everything, all that they work for, is pretty much gone. Some of those people, some of those families, I'm sure, like, all that they'd worked for is just gone. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is like, at some point, you will be knocked down off of your high horse, brought down to a sense of reality, and it's gonna be like, so it's gonna hit you hard, but I think it'll be that healthy dose that wakes everybody up. I think that's kind of what's going on nowadays. Everybody's kind of getting slapped with a little bit of reality in some way. People on social media getting called out. Um, as I mentioned with the California fires. Um, Shoot, I could be mistaken here, but didn't President Macron correct uh, Trump or something like that? I don't know. I could be mistaken. I think that had happened, but if I am wrong, I just only heard it in passing. Please correct me, you guys. I would very much like to be corrected if I'm wrong. But I digress from my main point. This whole this phase one here is literally to get you to stop and reconsider what is actually worth it, what is worth your time. Subjectively giving your time to uh, try to maintain a check or this, that, the third. Certain things are worth it, right? And I'm not saying that everyone just needs to stop doing what they're doing and, don't go to work or whatever. Like I said, I hope that we can do some things that can fix this issue as we continue to progress. But really start to sit down and think about what is really worth your time and energy nowadays. The wrong things will take you and take your time and energy away for too long. And I think I'm speaking on experience literally as I'm saying this, because shoot, man, I've given it my all in terms of like trading with Nadex. I've done this, that, the third, several videos, and the Keep It Trading Simple, KTS. Yeah, KTS. Shout out to Brian and his whole team. But what I was after, it was not working for me for an extended period of time. And it's not to say that I didn't see any sort of returns. At one point, and I can for certain damn say it, excuse my language, but it was in 2 weeks, 10 business days. So I got paid on like a Thursday, put my money in, like 100, 150. I lost it, and then I think that Friday morning I put 250 in. I ended up getting that about, like, I think it's like probably up to 500. And then by like Monday, Tuesday, I was around like 800, 900. Wednesday I was at 1,000. Mind you, this is the next week. And by like that Friday, I was about like uh 15 or inching like into 2K. And then by next week's Wednesday, I ended up seeing the account balance hitting at what was it, $5,125. So $250 or $100 somewhere. I think it was like 250 up to $5,125 in 10 days on Nadex. Frustratingly enough, though, I never ended up cashing out any of that profit, so it's not like I actually had it in pocket in hand, but I was able to trade. But what I'm trying to say is I was focused on the wrong thing. My focus was on money. It was a huge distraction. Um, Kept me away from making this video and really deciding that this is worth time, effort, and energy. So again, where's your focus? How much does a penny cost to make? These are some of the things that you gotta start sitting there and thinking about and questioning. But other than that, I'm gonna leave you guys on that. That's the end of phase 1. We'll be back with phase 2. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you find anything in here worthwhile, of like some sort of comment. By all means, let me know. I love to have some sort of comments of this. This is the type of stuff I do care about passionately. You guys can hear it at times. I say it's like a level of conviction that comes out. But yeah, so till next time, you guys have a good one. KZ out.